let's talk about internal monologue. But let's talk about it in a way where I let my internal monologue also participate in the conversation. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Arlene. If you're not new here, I want to try something. I'm going to try something today. Let's talk about internal monologue. But let's talk about it in a way where I let my internal monologue also participate in the conversation. And that sounds crazy. All right. Yeah, that sounds crazy. That's my inner monologue. So I can't keep identifying which is which because that will throw me out of the flow. So I'm just going to go in the flow, go in the flow, go in the flow, and tell you what happens in my head when I try to talk about things, when I try to go about my day and my narrator is going. My narrator is going. But it's not the same thing as when, well, I guess it is kind of the same thing as when you say to yourself, I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to drop it over here and then I'm going to go over here and then I'm going to do that, right? Or we say to ourselves, don't forget, remember in the kitchen, I'm going to pick up the blah, 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 right? Whatever magical tool you use, but you say it to yourself. Or sometimes you say, sometimes you might talk to yourself for some reason. I talk to myself all the time. I'm usually telling myself to calm down. It's a good indicator of where I'm at. If I'm saying to myself, "You're okay, you're okay, you're okay," it generally means I'm not okay. Something's going on. Brr. That's my narrator. Brr. Brr. Right, you're just being dramatic. Okay, now you're just acting crazy. I'm not acting crazy. I'm not being dramatic. This is kind of how it goes. But it can't actually kind of go like this because it's like when a subject is being monitored under a microscope, they don't behave the normal way. They what do you call that? Right, the effect of being observed. That's the thing, isn't it? Right, that's the perception. The idea about being perceived. That's a fun thing about the monologue. It's a monologue, but it's like a retrieval system. It's like a filing system. It pulls out interesting information. It's a bit of a, I don't know, what is it? It doesn't matter. You don't know what, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm just trying to piece together everything that I've learned over my 2 years that I have understood that I am autistic with ADHD. So now I understand a little bit better how my brain works. And I am trying to talk about it here on this channel because I'm 60. I'm going to be 61. I'm 61. I'm 61. I'm 61. Spontaneous. A long time ago, a long time ago, I thought everybody had it. I actually didn't even realize that that it wasn't a thing that everybody had until 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, right before. This is one of the things that got me started on this path of really there are differences in brains. There are, there are neurodevelopmental differences in brains, right? We're not talking about a cognitive disorder. We're not talking about a brain disease. We're just talking about how some brains develop physically, the way the neurons apparently connect, the way associations are made in our brains, in our neurodivergent brains are different. And right now, I kind of know what I'm talking about in that I'm remembering the diagram that I saw and I am repeating to you what I have heard other people talk about. Yeah, what am I talking about now? What am I trying to show you? My inner monologue. All right, so what what are some clinical things that I have learned that not everybody has an inner monologue, an inner narrator, that voice. Not everybody has that. That is not a neurotypical thing. That is typically a neurodivergent thing. And it's not everybody has it. Some people absolutely don't have it. They don't hear in their heads. Some people do have it. I have it. I have it a lot. In fact, it was like the one of the very top things that I talked about when I finally saw an assessor, a psychiatrist, about this stuff. It's one of the first things I said was, my brain won't stop telling me what to do and how to do it and how I'm doing it. And I don't even know if I described it properly now in this way. I wish I could show you in my brain. There's actually a little movie playing of me talking to her. She was a geriatric psychiatrist. And yeah, she's older than I am. But it's not called geriatric psychiatry because of her age. It's called that because of my age. But you know what it is in Ontario? If you are older than, I think, 14 and you're being assessed for ADHD and or autism, that's geriatric. Yeah, the assessments usually happen younger. How is this going? How is this going? Inner monologue. Okay, so it's only like about 20% of the population, something like that. When I was in therapy, there was a time that I thought that monologue was actually my parents' voices, my mother's voice telling me what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, what way to do it, how to look while I'm doing it, all the time. I like undiagnosed people, and probably diagnosed people too. I don't know. Maybe. I guess if you're diagnosed when you're a kid, maybe your parents aren't so hard on you. Are we, as parents? Are we? Yeah, because we start accommodating, right? Yeah, accommodating without resenting. But when we are not identified as neurodivergent, because not a thing exists like that in the 70s, no such thing as girls who are autistic with ADHD, no such thing. That, yeah, constant corrections. What's the statistic is 20,000 more corrections than neurotypical peers by the time we're 5 or something. That's what I know. Yeah, I thought that voice was my critical parent. That's transactional analysis. Let's talk about that another time. I think I was actually the adaptive child, which when I asked, what is the adaptive child about? The psychiatrist said, because it was a group session, group setting, there were like, I don't know, 20 of us there or something. The psychiatrist said that we didn't need to talk about it because it was such a low percentage of the population. Now I realize that was me, adaptive child in the transactional analysis model. That was me. That's why I was adaptive. Because I was trying to freaking just go with the flow, because the flow is so chaotic. Just all you can do is go with it. You can't resist it. That's right. Good one, Arlene. Good one, Arlene. You gotta go with the flow. You can't resist it. It's just the way it is. That's the way Taoism works for me. It's the way. What can I do? It's the way. That's the way. It's the way. I mean, I know the philosophical people can say, that is the way. I'm more like, it's the way. What am I going to do? Right? Philosophy of, I guess, we go this way now. We go this way. I think that's enough. I think it's enough of my inner monologue. Yeah, we've had enough of this. Did it work? I don't know. Was it crazy? Did I actually manage to capture anything? Who knows? See me up there looking? I'm reading. I'm listening. Hello, anybody? Of course, everybody's quiet now. Never fails. Get the client in the room. The thing will, you take your take your car. It's making a knocking sound. No, there's no knocking sound because now everybody's listening. Hello? Stupid analogy. No, that's a good analogy. No, it's a good one. They'll like it. All right? You take care of yourself. I'm going to take care of myself. Let's take care of the people around us. I'm going to see you soon.